My name is Michelle Eidschun. I am the wife of Sergeant Major Thomas Eidschun. He's a special operations soldier, served 27 years active duty. This whole thing started with my husband falling out of a run, and before that we were looking at the best states to retire. I was going to be able to work my photography business full time. I was a wedding and a family photographer, and I loved. But my husband's illness changes our days from one day to the next. It's really hard to plan a photography session when your husband wakes up in a different state than he went to bed in. I have given up all of my photography things, put my camera away for the most part. We were stationed at Oconus, and we had to move my youngest daughter, myself and my husband, to Walter Reed. His ever-changing symptoms has created a serious anxiety problem for her. So not only am I a caregiver for my husband and have to deal with his doctors, but I have to come in and deal with my daughter's doctors as well and make sure that she's getting the right treatment and fight and advocate as hard for her as a military teen as I do for my husband. Between the two of them, I have to make a lot of decisions on a day in and day out basis of who's more important that day, what's more important that day. I took my husband to the emergency room one night. I just didn't want to call all the family members and tell them, so I just posted on Facebook. I called one sister, and we were at the emergency room till 4 or 5 in the morning. It turned out that it was a new symptom, but it wasn't life-threatening, so I felt glad that I didn't wake everyone up in the middle of the night. But when everyone woke up and saw on Facebook that we had been to the hospital, they missed the post that said everything was okay, and I started getting a lot of calls from upset family members because they didn't get a call saying that he was in the hospital. But here I'd only slept for 2 hours, I was exhausted, and I just really didn't know what to say. Sometimes we need something to remind us how to communicate, because ultimately how we communicate sets the stage for the relationships that we have going forward. I think a source that reminds us how important it is and how much we need our family and our friends is ultimately going to be a huge help. This Avatar program is going to make a difference to a lot of caregivers because it's information. What I've learned being a military spouse is having the information at hand is the difference between a bad day and a good day a lot of times. So this is just information that's going to be able to help you better communicate, and that's a success.